So students, when you are here, before watching this video, make sure you all have visited these particular parts, because these videos are going to play very important role while when you are hearing this video. So please make sure that you have visited the personal pronoun basic video part 1 and part 2. Yeah, it's there in the playlist of personal pronoun. So sequence wise, please watch the video. The second video is personal pronoun part 2. The third video I want you all to watch is nominative personal pronoun. Fourth one, accusative personal pronoun. Fifth one, dative. Don't be lazy. Go through it. There are many important hints which I have given y'all. Y'all just need few minutes. It's not a lengthy video. Go through it, do it properly, and then come to this 6th and 7th verbs you have already seen of question bank. Nouns of question bank of this personal pronoun you all have seen, and then comes this video at the end. Okay, so let's start. Y'all, if y'all haven't watched the previous video, go back, watch it, and then come back. Now in this video we are going to discuss about the personal pronoun in the question bank one at a time. Like I always tell you all, I don't want you all to cheat in your exam, and I want you all to use your brains and to do some hard work and take some efforts and write your answers with proper explanation. Okay, so now as you can see in the personal pronoun topic, there are 2 blanks given. It's not necessary that always 2 blanks will come, so don't think like why 2 blanks. Don't think much. In both the blanks, personal pronouns are only going to come because in the above sentence of the question, which you can read, ergänze die richtigen personal pronomen. So when they ask you to write the personal pronoun, there is no doubt that some other thing can come. No. Yeah. So only personal pronoun is going to come in both the blanks of this topic if it is written above personal pronoun topic. Now, for knowing personal pronoun topic, from the previous video, I want you all to write that dative, accusative and nominative charts properly. Write it properly. The nominative column, accusative column, dative column of personal pronoun. Children, while checking papers, I came across that many children, when they were asked to write personal pronoun, they have written possessive pronoun. So make sure that possessive pronoun is something else. It's a possessive article. Yeah, it's a completely different topic. Thine, my, your, her. It shows you the possession. Like if you remember in our childhood, there was a famous a famous joke was there in our notebook. It was written that never say it is my book, say it is our book. So this small child, he always, whenever he watches in the cupboard dad's handkerchief or dad's t-shirt or shirt, he said, this is our shirt. Yeah, so this was the it comes to the mind whenever you hear the word possessive. So possessive is a very different topic. Don't get confused with personal and possessive. Possessive shows possession. It is symbolical. It shows possession literally. It is my book. It is your book. Whereas personal pronoun is something used as a substitute for noun. Like I have already explained you in previous video, when Mina is singing, or in German, Mina singt. So if this is a noun and I don't want to use this noun, so in English, what can I say to have the same meaning, but I don't want to use the word Mina? So I can say she is singing, or else in German, sie singt. So this, what I am doing, I am just substituting this particular noun with the word, and that word is called personal pronoun, students. So make this thing very clear that you know personal pronoun very properly. Then, like I always tell y'all, whenever y'all are solving in your exam, there is a way to solve it. So for example, this is your question paper. So question number, now whichever question it is, maybe question number 4 this is, and in the question number 4, maybe this is the C or D question. So after writing this C or D question, I want you to write the question ergänzen Sie die richtige Personalpronomen. And of course, as you know that only 3 or 4 sentences are going to come, out of which you all have to solve 3. Yeah, 3 or 2 you all have to solve. So you all won't need so much big page, whole page. So this half page, please contribute it, or you can use it for writing the rule chart. So now I'm going to write a rule chart over here properly with the blue color because it's in an exam. Yeah. Now with the blue color, let's make a nominative column, accusative column, and dative column. So in the nominative column, I'm going to write ich, du, sie, es, wir. Don't skip the video because here I'm going to explain you some important part of the pronouns. Ihr, big Z, and the other small z. Now with this, with the pencil, if possible, write even the meanings and the concepts of this part. Like with the pencil, y'all can write it is a first person. I don't have pencil with me now, so I'm writing with pen, but y'all write with pencil in exam also. So this explanation you can write with pencil so that your mind registers that this is a German word and these are my explanations which I can use. So this is first person, of course. This is second person. This 3 are third person. Again, this is first person. This is second person. This is the last one, they. That is third person. And this one is, of course, a second person formal. Again and again, I'm telling you all, if you all haven't watched the basic video of personal pronoun, don't come to this part. Okay, watch it first and then come here. So in this first, second, and third person, the above 3, this part, this one, and this 3 are of course singular. So this also I have written with pencil. This one, and this one are plural. And this part, it's a formal and it's singular and plural both. Yeah. The meaning also I want you all to write and keep over here. Ich means I, du means you, RZS means he, she, it, wir means you, wir means we, ear means you all, big Z means you as well as you all, but in a formal manner, that is aap in Hindi, and this last Z is they. So all this concept should be very clear in your mind. Yeah, don't worry, even if you're watching this on the last day, make sure you all watch the previous video. It will just take few minutes so that your concepts are clear. And then whichever video you'll see, you will be able to understand it very easily. So this is your first column, nominative. The meaning of nominative is a doer. Yeah, the one who does action. And also we know that now I am drawing it with one pen. You all can try using scale. But don't waste your much time in drawing it, just once. And then this particular part is used only when, this particular pronouns are used only when that particular noun is a doer in the sentence. Okay, always remember that. Or else that noun is conjugating verb. This accusative part, students, we will write mich, dich, small IHN. N is very necessary to write it properly. Some children write it like R. So make sure you all write it properly. Z remains Z, S remains S, wir remains V. Wir is uns, UNS. UNS. U for umbrella, N for number, S for snake. Euch. Then your big Z remains big Z, small z remains small z. So over here, if you see carefully, we should learn only 2-3 things. First is mich and this should be learned properly. This should be learned properly because of air in, and this 2 things. Other things remains as it is. Uns and euch, if you learn once, it will be useful further also. Mich and this is rhyming, so it is easy to remember it. So only this part takes a little effort to learn. And this accusative column we are only going to use when that particular noun whom we are going to substitute with this pronoun, that particular noun, on that noun we are doing action. Yeah. So that time only we'll use this pronouns. Now The third column, in the third column, mere, dear, small ihm, yeah. Then here it becomes small ihr. Then again im, uns remains uns, oish remains oish, big Z becomes ihnen. If you remember this word as we get is ihnen. The first question which was which was taught to you all in the first class of your German in 11th. And this is ihnen, small ihn, ihnen. Mere, dear. So this is again rhyming. You all can learn this. Now if I give you a hint for this, it looks like, if you see properly, dem, there, dem, it looks like that. Okay, don't think much of it. I just gave you a hint. Uns, oish, oish, Z becomes ihnen, big IHN and small IHN. So this is the chart which I want you all to draw. This is very important because we are going to need this to find out the right answer. Now let's go one at a time to the exercise. So this is needed. Then over here you are going to write the questions. As I always tell you, write the questions and give underlines to blank and keep, and then start solving with the rough work. So assume now that I have written a question over here. Assume, I'm not going to write it. You all assume in the exam you all write it, but okay, whole question you are going to write. Now there are two blanks actually. So you are going to think from your exercise as if I have written this whole question as it is. So you are going to think accordingly. You all take some time, write this question and then resume the video. Yeah, so that you feel like you all are solving a question. So now over here it is written, Herr Meyer trägt heute einen Mantel. So the basics of personal pronoun, students. Pronoun, personal pronoun is used. Why? Why it is used? It is used as a substitute of a noun. Actually, in this blank, a noun can also come. But we don't want to use a noun. So instead of a noun, we are using a pronoun over here. Instead of a noun, a pronoun is used. So, okay. So actually, this blank, who deserves it? Actually, it is deserved by a noun. So a noun is going to be, we are going to use this noun in rough work for sure. So in this blank and in this blank, noun can also come. And pronouns we are using as a substitute. So Mita also can come. Instead of Mita, we are going to use she. So for using she, we should know that there Mita was going to come. In the same manner, we are going to do our rough work. So let's start. So this is your first question. The first question tells you, Herr Meyer trägt einen Mantel, dash steht dash gut. So in this blank and in this blank, here what will come? So the meaning also is important. As I already told you, tragen meaning in the previous verb is to wear. Okay, to wear. So this particular man, Herr Meyer, is wearing a mantel. He is wearing a mantel means he is wearing a coat. Yeah. Now this particular is suiting him. This verb stehen means to suit. Now whenever something suits, so that object which is suiting is going to come here, and whoever it suits is going to come over here. Okay. So accordingly, over here will come the word mantel, and here means suits this particular mantel. So in the rough work with the pencil, in this blank is there in your answer paper. So with the pencil, I want you to write over your mantel, because actually this word, that is a noun, was going to come in this blank, but it is a question of personal pronoun. So we are converting it into personal pronoun. So your mantel could have come. So mantel suits. Now whom this mantel is suiting? Now actually the mantel can suit anyone. But we cannot write all the answers. Yeah, grammatically when you talk, all the answers can be correct. But here they have given you a condition. They have given you a situation about Herr Meyer. So this particular mantle suits Herr Meyer. Okay. So we are going to write first nouns. So first we have decided what nouns will come. That is mantle and Herr Meyer. So the first blank will have the noun mantle. The second blank will have the word Herr Meyer.